On today's video, I will show you how I achieved this makeup look using the hottest, the newest luxury beauty releases for this fall. There has been so many new releases lately for the fall season, but also, I don't know if it's out yet or not. I was thinking to put it out, but then I'm like, Chanel's holiday collection is about to be released, same thing as DIOR, and I plan to cover everything on a separate video. So if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do so, because oh my gosh, there are so many things we need to talk about. But to what you came for, testing the hottest, newest luxury beauty releases. One of them, the new Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Foundation that you know I have actually be testing it for at least, I will say, 2 weeks, and I had put it to the ring of fire. Friends, this foundation has gone with me to like full day of working at a big wedding out of the area. So I applied it at, it was like 6:30 in the morning, and I didn't come back until 1 o'clock in the morning the next day. So, oh my gosh, I'm honest with you. I think you're going to see it right now when I apply it, but I'm so impressed with this foundation. The shade that I got is R5. It is super long wearing, comfortable. I know it's non-comedogenic. It comes in 35 different shades. It's available right now at most retailers. I will be leaving all those details on the description box below. I do have a discount code with Natasha Denona. This video, by the way, is not sponsored by Natasha Denona, but FYI, if you are like, you know, interested to save some money, that will be great. Oh, by the way, I don't want you to miss out on this, but Blue Mercury is having an anniversary sale. So pretty much everything is 15% off. I say pretty much because I'm not like absolutely sure if every single product, but you can get up to 20% off. I think it's with a minimum of $200 or $300 purchase, which I think it's amazing, because there are brands in there, like brands that they don't go on sale, like Diptyque, La Mer, Oribe, and obviously like Chantecaille and other amazing brands. Honestly, I love to shop at Sephora, and I will still like recommend shopping the Sephora sale every year. But you know, there are certain items that they are not available at Sephora, and if you're not a Rouge member, you're not going to be able to get the 20% off. So, I mean, if you need something, see, I'm not saying like, oh, you have to buy something. Anyhow, what do I think about the shade R5? Obviously, R is for rosy, and I do have more of a neutral undertone. When I tan, I turn a little bit golden, but with a rosy undertone. So it looks good on me. I think it is the same that what happened with the concealer, that I couldn't find like a perfect match, and unfortunately the concealer didn't work for me. But all the opposite with this foundation, it works amazing. For those who are new here to the channel, hi, my name is Jackeline. I'm so happy that you're here. I film in natural light with a 4K camera. It is a beautiful sunny day, but yeah, the earth is rotating, obviously. So I just find that right now it's a little bit dark in certain areas. I will try to get you a little bit closer. This foundation is super perfecting. It does give a beautiful glow to the skin without being greasy. And it does have more, for me, light medium coverage. But for many, this, I mean, like as soon as you build it up, and I like to go with little amounts at a time. I don't go for like full pumps. I do have a ton of freckles, fine lines. I do have my sunspots, right? And this foundation, I mean, if I build it, it can be even a full coverage foundation. What I'm so impressed about this foundation, it doesn't move. It doesn't budge, and it looks so beautiful. Like, it looks like healthy skin. I'm so impressed about this foundation. I think it will definitely be, I mean, it obviously gonna depend if there's gonna be a new foundation out in the market, right? But I'm pretty sure this foundation is gonna make it to best of 2025, because oh my, this is insane how good this foundation is. And as you can tell, a little goes a long way. It doesn't really oxidize. It pretty much stays however you have applied it. I read from Natasha Denona, and also I think she mentioned it on an Instagram post, I think, pretty sure I cannot recall these, that the same shade that you use for her concealer is the shade that you should pair it with for the foundation. FYI, the shade range is phenomenal. And I was forgetting something, that is to clip my hair so it's out of the the way while I do my makeup. Now, although you have already seen me try the new Mary Phillips underpainting palette, the last time that I showed to you how to use it, I used the palette in medium, and today I want to just give it a go to the shade light, but not the full palette. I just want to lightly color correct my dark under eye circles. So I'm going with the light palette and the color corrector, and this is, by the way, the Mary Phillips double-ended brush. I'm just gonna tap it in place. Okay, this is very light, but you know what, I'm impressed about the formula, because the times that I have been using this palette, mostly, well, the medium palette I should say, the products, they don't slip and slide, they are long wearing too. And the color corrector, at least on the medium palette, it works so good for my skin tone. This one still has the peachy undertone, but it's not as peachy as the one from the medium palette. But since I already bought it, I need to try it and see how this goes. Yeah, this doesn't give me that coverage as the medium one, but hey, you know what? Better to try it on camera, because I know some of you use me as for reference, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you so much. Now for concealer, I'm gonna go back to my beloved Chanel Sublimage Le Correcteur U. This is a miracle product to me. It is a color corrector, it's a concealer, it brightens my under eye area. It's just perfection. And I know many of you had asked me if I'm going to review the new concealer from Chanel. Yes, I am. I was tempted to get it from Selfridges, but the duties, oh my gosh, they were insane. It was like, no. Excuse me, but no. I think that concealer was like $48, and then just on duties, $60 plus the tax. I don't know how they calculated the tax, because the tax was way over the tax that I pay in my area. So everything was like almost twice as much as just the product itself. I may end up placing an order of different things that they are not yet available in United States, but they will be available no matter what. But I was like, okay, if I'm buying one item, this is not convenient for me. So I need to go and check the website once again. I will be linking it no matter what on the description box below if you are interested in getting it. And by the magic of editing, I did my brows while my concealer marinated. And we were talking about Chanel. Oh my gosh, Chanel. The amount of releases, the holiday collection is not as little as you may think. And I may have already revealed it on TikTok and Instagram. I don't know how this is going to go, but anyhow, I'm just so excited. I had been receiving so many notifications too about it. I'm so excited, friends. Okay, now let's go for another exciting release by BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose. They just came out with the Pro Artist Series Volume 2, and they were so kind to send me their brush set. So thank you so much to BK Beauty. It is my understanding that they sold out in the first 6 hours of launch. That is amazing. So congratulations. And I know, or at least I heard that it's coming back early October or sometime in October. And I do have a discount code with BK Beauty if you want to take advantage of it. And I'm just so curious to use this brush. Do you see the shape? So it is a brush that is mainly for using for what we're going to be doing right now, to blend the concealer. Look at that. Now the bristles are a little bit packed, but not to the point that they feel stiff or that they will not let you blend the product well, which I appreciate. This is the N19 brush. Now, it is my understanding that they will be sold as sets. I don't know that if with time they will break the set and sell it in singles or not. I have no idea, friends. But this brush, I find it so helpful because look at this. You can diffuse the concealer in no time. In 0 time. That is incredible. Okay, let's go back to this palette from Mary Phillips, again the light version, and I'm gonna use the warmer tone of the cream contour. I don't want something too chiseled, and I'm gonna use this same brush because I like the shape. The shape looks really nice. Now this is underpainting palette, but you can, I mean, even Mary Phillips said that you can use it to, you know, add more color if you need to. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Just add a little bit more color, define certain areas. Now this shade is really nice. It's a warmer tone shade. That's so pretty, friends. That's a good shade. And a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot of product with these underpainting palettes from Mary Phillips. At Merit Beauty, they sent me their holiday set. One is the Mini Blush Balm Trio, and then the Archival set, which is all for the lips. So I need a blush, and it is my understanding, oh yeah, so you get 2 existing shades and 1 limited edition shade. This shade I completely adore, Le Bonbon. So vibrant, but so beautiful. I do have the full size, so I'm not gonna use this one. Postmodern. Is this, I think this is the new one, or no? Hold on, let me tell you. Okay, here's the limited edition one, is Redux, which is kind of like a terracotta kind of shade. Looks very lovely. Oh, look at that. That looks very pretty. That's a good shade. And let me show you next to Postmodern. Postmodern has more of a reddish hue. Do you see that? Le Bonbon, it's definitely more of that, like bright, more of like that almost Barbie pink, but without being Barbie pink. Obviously, really beautiful. I definitely gonna be using Redux or Redux. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use the same brush. Oh, that's a beautiful shade. You know, I thought it was gonna be more like terracotta, but no, it's not. It's a very lovely pinkier shade with a tiny bit of that brown kind of tone. I'm gonna build it up more so you can see. See right there? You know, it gives that after being on vacation kind of look, that beautiful color that gets you ready for fall, like you have gone through summer, going into, you know, your vacations, going out, and then your tan is shifting to this warmer tone, but it's still having that pinky hue to it. You know what? It reminds me a little bit of the shade of Tan Line from Rhode with that pink hue. Like I'm telling you, friends, this is beautiful. And the best part about it is that you can build it up with easy. And I love that they decided to come with a trio. They always do every holiday season, but this is just a great way to try the brand, try the formula, which is not greasy, is more minimalistic, but in a good way. You know, it's not like you cannot see anything of what you're applying. Oh, it's just so good. Since I'm going with this kind of a tonal vibe, I thought let's whip out the Fox palette from Hourglass, which I'm so happy to report that it is available right now at so many retailers. And if you haven't watched yet my review on all the Hourglass palettes, I don't know what you're waiting for. Because I personally think I did a really good job giving you comparisons, swatches on my face side by side. It was a lot of fun, but I really love this finishing powder. On my skin tone, it translates more as a bronzer, and I'm gonna use the Nikki LaRose with BK Beauty N18 brush. Look at this brush. Doesn't it look amazing? It does have some density, but at the same time, it does have movement, so it's not as stiff, and because of the shape, it's gonna place the product pretty good. I like these kind of fan brushes, so I'm just gonna go carefully to just try to get only into this finishing powder shade, and I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit. See, that gave me a really nice warm tone. And now I'm gonna go with a tiny bit of this side and just applying it very, very lightly. Let me know if you have picked up any of the holiday palettes from Hourglass. Now they are available at various retailers and also at Blue Mercury. It's not a sponsored video, but I'm just so excited that, oh my gosh, 20% off. I can easily get 20% off on so many goods that I really want. In fact, I will be placing an order after I do this video. But looking so, so beautiful. I have been completely in love with this Laura Mercier new eye brightening setting powder. It is like no other. Believe me that many years ago, I tried the Laura Mercier brightening powder for under the eye area. And no, I couldn't. I remember one of the girls that used to help me all the time at Sephora, and I'm like, this is not for me. It just makes me so like, it makes my under eye area age. This one doesn't. And now on this Nikki LaRose with BK Beauty second collaboration, there are two kind of like setting brushes that you can use it also for powder to have more of that diffuse and airy application, because do you see how it looks like stippling brushes, but they are not like prickly. It's just like fluffy airy. So I'm gonna use the smaller one, going with this powder, which is a tiny bit peachy, perfect for my needs. And I'm just gonna grab a tiny bit, blend it on the cup, tap any extra, and then set the under eye area in the lightest way possible. Let me tell you that this brush idea is brilliant, because you know how many times I want to go with a powder that I know it will look really good, but just because having too much of it, it just doesn't look good. Well, with these kind of brushes, it's just going to be so easy. You know, the application is just soft. Although I can set my entire face of makeup with this brush, I want to use it with these blushes, because again, this airy kind of design of the brush is not going to pick up a lot, and it's exactly what I need with blushes that are just a tiny bit more pigmented. Just going to put a tiny bit here. You see? If you have like more light complexion than mine, these will work really well for these kind of blushes that are a little bit more pigmented. Talking about blushes, have you seen the new Valentino blushes? They're supposed to have more of a satiny, silky finish, because the ones that are existing on the line, they are not matte, but more natural finish, right? I'm excited for these new ones. I'm going to use the opposite side, and I'm going to go with the berry shade. You can tell. Just grab a tiny amount, and I'm just going to tap it right here on the very top and diffusing it. Oh my. What a bliss of application. But yeah, I'm so excited for the new blushes from Valentino. My gosh. We need to really plan ahead. What are we getting? What are we not getting? And mostly, what would you like me to review? That is so, so important. And for highlighter, I'm going to go to the DIOR Glow Maximizer palette in Pearly Peach. This shade is stunning. I mean, all of the shades, they're just so gorgeous. I love this shade in particular. So let me just show it to you. This is the only shade that I don't like. It's just so gritty. This top shade is just not me. But these other shades are nice, wet. They are different. More than a blush, it's just a topper more than anything. But they are beautiful. And the formula, it's pretty good. I'm going with the M20 brush. Super pretty. Again, the application, soft, ethereal, not too heavy, and in a way, and simplify so that, you know, one can build it up nicely without being too much. Look at that blend. Now, I did a poll both on my Instagram and YouTube asking whether you want to see the new Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette or the new Hambanko palette. One in a specific because I have already bought it, but oh my gosh, you all speak loud and clear that you wanted to see Natasha Denona. So these are the two new babies, the Eye Sculpt Texture Tone Palette in Soft. The name implies it is a very nice, soft kind of palette. The way that Natasha Denona has arranged it is just so brilliant, so smart. So basically each column is arranged in a way that you can do a monochromatic look. And in that way, you have each column with an undertone. This is rosy pink, peach warm, yellow golden, neutral cool, peach warm, and neutral cool. And on this palette, Natasha Denona also is bringing us different kind of finishes and formulations. Go ahead and swatch it. R1 Silky Matte, R2 Silky Matte, R3 Sleep Cream Matte formula, which looks even a little bit almost satiny. It's a formula that looks so blurring. And I'm going to swatch it right next to each other so you can see them. You can pull like such. P1 Silky Matte, P2 Silky Matte, P3 Silky Matte, Y1 Silky Matte, Y2 Silky Matte, Y3 Sleep Cream Matte, C1 Metallic, C2 Silky Matte, C3 Sleep Cream Matte, W1 Sleep Cream Matte, W2 Sleep Cream Matte, W3 Sleep Cream Matte, N1 Metallic, N2 Metallic, N3 Sleep Cream Matte. Oh my god, you see? Like that black is crazy. They swatch like butter, like true butter. And here you go, this is the soft palette. If you're wondering, it also has the kind of pink holes on the back, so you can poke the shades out and make your own combination as you wish. So the palettes are made in Italy and they have a shelf life of 24 months. To that dramatic version, this to me, it's definitely a reinvented Vieve palette. I mean, you cannot tell me otherwise. This looks amazing. Looks so good. W1 Silky Matte, W2 Sparkling Foil, W3 Silky Matte, W1 Silky Matte, W2 Metallic, W3 Silky Matte, R1 Silky Matte, R2 Metallic, R3 Silky Matte. Those are gorgeous shades too. Oof. That's so beautiful. P1 Creamy Matte, P2 Sparkling Foil, P3 Sleep Cream Matte, N1 Creamy Matte, N2 Metallic, N3 Creamy Matte, C1 Creamy Matte, C2 Sparkling Foil, C3 Creamy Matte. And here you go, this is that dramatic palette. And here they are side by side, so you can see if they are too similar or not, repeated shades. I honestly think there is enough variation in these two palettes. I'm gonna go first with a soft palette, and as you can tell, I have been already playing with the swatches to see what I was gonna use. This is fun, friends. This is so much fun. Oh, and I got the new Sonia G brushes. You see me using Sonia G brushes all the time. They are so amazing, and she has come out with these new eye brushes and also a face brush I'm very interested in. I want to say thank you so much to Sonia G. How sweet of you for sending it to me. Oh, and by the way, I do have a discount code with Natasha Denona too. I have discount codes with many brands. This is not sponsored by Natasha Denona, and Natasha Denona, I don't know why, but she never sends me nothing. Nada. I'm gonna go with R2, which is a silky matte shade. And oh, obviously we need to do the honors. And just in case I haven't mentioned it, Natasha Denona has sorted the rows from lightest to deepest. So you can do monochromatic looks this way with 3 eyeshadows or deepen it out this way. So very, very cohesive. Okay, again, R2 is the first shade, and I'm going to apply it above the crease. I'm just going to build it up tiny bit more. Y3, and this shade is in the new formulation Sleep Creamy Matte, and this looks so promising. I'm taking it on the outer third, and oh my gosh, no joke on the pigment. The payoff, it went right away. Is there fallout? No, there's no fallout. It seems like it has a gel kind of base. Sonia G Mini Booster, I'm going to C3, which is also a Sleep Creamy Matte shade. And I can see a little bit of kickback on the pan, tiny bit. So I'm just going to be very careful there. And I'm going to take this shade on the outer third of the eyelid. And oh wow, it's not skipping. That's good news. It just blends seamlessly. Just gonna open up this area a little more. I do have a ton of like little bumps and texture, and it's not showing that texture. It's not being emphasized, in other words. BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose N24 brush, and I'm gonna go to N1, which is a metallic shade, and I'm gonna apply it inner third of the eyelid. With the same brush, I'm going to go to C1, which is another metallic shade, and I'm going to apply it right in the center of the eyelid. Now, these metallic shades, at least on this soft palette, I found them to be a little bit weak in terms that they are not as like intense, which it could be a great thing, mostly if we're talking about like bridal makeup or, something like that you can build up. I'm applying the same shade with my finger, and now you see like it looks a lot, not only a smoother, but also it has a tiny bit of payoff. Now obviously if you're applying it wet, you're going to find more payoff. BK Beauty 204 brush, and I'm going to go to Y2, and this is more of a simple matte shade. Just taking it on the lower lash line just to diffuse it a little. I'm going to go to R2, and I'm going to just mix it in, blend it in. Sonia G Flat Definer, and I'm going to go to C3, and I'm going to take it and applying it on the lower lash line, like close to the roots, just to underline. Talking about underlining, this shade looks very promising, the black shade N3. I'm going to use a tiny bit on the roots of my upper lash line. That looks really nice. And now, the same brush, I'm going with that W3 shade, which is also that Sleep Cream Matte. All these names, I'm applying it on the upper lash line too. And now in the center and in the inner part of it. Nikki LaRose N22 brush, and I'm gonna go with R5 shade, which is a matte, simple matte kind of finish. And I'm gonna take it and applying it on the inner corner, just a tiny bit. Is it there? And whatever is remaining is gonna go on the arch of my brow bone. I apply on my waterline this eyeliner from Victoria Beckham Beauty. Now, I got from the brand Vieve the Icon Mascara, and look at the packaging. It's so gorgeous. It looks like old Hollywood style, even a little bit Art Deco. Very fun. Let's see the brush. Ooh, that's an in charge brush. Okay, let's go for it. Let's see how this goes. Wow, these bristles are so big, and the mascara feels a little bit more on that thicker side. is giving me volume. And it's one of those mascaras that feel already kind of dry from the get-go. They don't feel like too wet, just like that. I don't know if the brush will be good though for the lower lashes, just because it's so in charge, it's so big. But it definitely, look at that, it definitely like give a lot of volume to my lashes. I think it looks pretty good, don't you think? A bolder look with the soft palette. I haven't watched any reviews, but I can see definitely a ton of thumbnails, of different content creators creating two looks with the two eyeshadow palettes, and everything seems like one is super light and one is super dark. So I'm assuming they are doing a light color story like from this side with this palette, which it makes total sense. I'm not saying that there's no credit on doing so, but I thought, you know what? Let's just do something different. Let's see how much, depth we can achieve with a soft palette too, because I'm sure, some people like myself, we land on that light medium skin tone that we may need just a little bit more contrast. Let's go for the dramatic palette. R1 Silky Matte, and I'm gonna take it. Wow, the amount of payoff here. Definitely these will give you, no matter what, a dramatic look. Not even time to really work with the shade itself, because it's just so, it's meant for those with deeper complexions and for dramatic looks. Not only that, I can definitely use it, but what I'm saying is like, boom, you have it there. W1 shade, and this is also, I'm pretty sure, Silky Matte. Yeah, Silky Matte shade, and I'm taking it on the outer V, diffusing it. This is a vanity makeup brush made out of natural hair bristles. Sonia G T7 brush, and I'm gonna go with R3, which is also Silky Matte. And I'm just gonna pack these on the outer third of the eyelid. Sonia G Mini Booster, and I'm gonna go to this shade. And I'm just gonna deepen out the outer V by a tiny bit, not by much. This is very autumnal. Going to W2 for this foil shade. The inner corner to the center. That's beautiful. Nikki LaRose N23 brush with BK Beauty. And let's go for this shade. I'm just gonna apply it on the lower lash line. Sonia G T9 brush. And I'm gonna go to this shade and just applying it a little bit more pack on the inner corner. With Sonia G Flat Definer, I'm gonna go to N3, and I'm gonna apply it on the lower lash line, but on the outer third only. And then I'm gonna take the same shade and applying it on the upper lash line. Now this shade, it is a creamy matte. I applied mascara. What are your thoughts on this eyeshadow look with that dramatic palette? Intensity from the get-go. It's called dramatic for a reason. That is for sure. Let's just take off these clips that have been very useful. I got them from DIOR as a gift with purchase. Now, what are my thoughts? If you want to know my opinion about these palettes from Natasha Denona, working makeup artists, these are heaven. These are heaven. And for anyone, if you like nude tones and you don't have a collection, you have perhaps just one or two palettes, and you may be like hitting pan on those palettes, and you know that you're gonna get use out of these palettes, absolutely, why not? Now with this palette, is dramatic for deeper skin tones, so the only thing is you're gonna get very much dramatic looks from the get-go. Even with the lightest of shades, they have a lot of pigment. This one perhaps gives you a little bit more flexibility. Now what I like about this one is that it carries more of those foil shades, but they are not the foil shades that I think she has tweaked a little bit the formulation, because the palettes, do you remember those palettes that have the highlighter and the blush on the top, and then like a mix of shades at the bottom and some foil shades that look wet? Those are the ones that I was expecting to see on this palette, and I didn't. That does kill the palette? No. I mean, the performance is excellent. Like I said, it is a dream. And on this palette, on the opposite side, I wish we could have seen a tiny bit more metallics. Just maybe a couple more, like 2 more, perhaps even a pinkier tone too, just because these two shades, they are not alike. This is warm and this is more like rosy, right? This is peachy side, but just perhaps something to give us a little bit more variety on terms of the metallic shades. Another thing that I noticed is that the Sleep Cream matte formulation, it doesn't appear much here, but yes here, which is like, why? I actually like that formula a lot. And that same formula, or a like formula, we can find it on the Metropolis palette, which is one of my favorite palettes of all time that I wish that it will come back. But it makes sense. Not everybody uses, so much colors anymore. You shouldn't say anymore, but we know that try and true are neutrals, new tones. I like the way that Natasha Denona arranged them. I mean, completely amazing. And yes, that you have versatility and you have the plus of having the pink holes on the back, so you can rearrange your palettes the way that you want it to. Now, in terms, do they look alike to other palettes of Natasha? I'm pretty sure, like, if you use the system that she has given us with, between your glam palette, your warm palette, your retro palette, your nude palette, you can create your own perfect ideal nude palette. It's just a matter of you getting into poking them out and just play around. I used to have a series long time ago, like I'm talking about 4 years ago, where we created our own palettes with Natasha Denona and other brands too. And I used to do collaborations with different content creators like Alicia from Kinky Sweat and Morgan Turner too. We did palettes that we just play around with the shades and created our own ideal palette. And I think I encourage you to do so. And if you grab any of these palettes or both of them, I encourage you to do so too, to have fun, to have a lot of fun. And then on the back of the shade, if it doesn't have the name, like say, doesn't say N1 and say dramatic, you can always use a Sharpie to mark it on the back so you know where you came from. Other than that, I mean, the palettes are exquisite and definitely recommended for anybody. I mean, like I said, a dream for those makeup artists, but a great palette nonetheless. I didn't find any fallout. The silky cream matte shades, top notch. And now let's work the lips. Merit has sent me the archive set that I'm super excited. I love that they even put like a velvet ribbon on the top. Such a nice touch, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This is a gift. I cannot wait to see these colors like on the Christmas tree. Oof, truly. And starting at fall season, I think this shade that is not burgundy is just like a deep, not even wine tone, but it has more pink in it. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. So we get the signature lip liner in the shade Archival. Just gonna, oh, that's a nice kind of cool tone shade, which it will go with both eyeshadow looks. Let's go for it. Oh my gosh, that's deep. That is deep. Now, the good thing about these lip pencils from Merit is that you can work with them so much. You can fade them, fill in your entire lips with them, and they're just super simple to work with. They are different. They are not like super long lasting. They are not your typical lip liner for sure, but I find them like very forgiving too, mostly if you have fine lines on your lips. Here, the signature lip blush in the shade Archival. Oh, this shade, I'm telling you, this is so stunning. It has like a mauve tone, and because it's a blush, you see it's like, it doesn't have that full pigmentation. The finish too is more of like a natural finish, not satin, not matte, comfortable, buildable too, and easy to reapply. So there you have it, the shade Archival. And I'm gonna top it off with a Sleek Sheen in the shade, again, Archival. Beautiful, beautiful shade. Oh, these tones, so good for the season. Oh, how pretty is that? I love it. So, so good. Okay, friends, there you have it. Here it is my final look using all these new products. The foundation is insane, incredible. The brushes work fantastic. All the products, honestly, there's not a doubt here. You know what? This Vieve mascara is very interesting because it gave me the look of false lashes, but those good false lashes, not the ones that they look fake, you know? You know what I mean? The ones that they are nicely made, that they look a little bit fluffy too, that they look a little bit dramatic, but not too dramatic. I love that. You know, this shade of blush from Merit, what was the name? Redux, which is limited edition. Get it. Truly get it. It's so good. The palette from Hourglass is insane. Is insane. Hourglass, they didn't send it to me, but Hourglass, please, please, please. And I bet all the brands that they are doing palettes follow Natasha Denona's system. This helps so much. Helps so much. And we will finish our products, be happy, recycle our products, and all that things. Oh my gosh, this is just so beautiful. I'm in love. Honestly, completely in love with the final look, the eyeshadows, even the way that I was able to do my liner without going into a liquid eyeliner or another eyeliner, because the shades from the Natasha Denona palette, they pack a punch. I really love the silky sleep, what is it, sleep cream. It's like the name so long because it has kind of this kind of like gel consistency that it sticks on your lids nicely, so it just goes so smooth. The Merit products, beautiful too. My gosh, friends, what else can I tell you? I think this was a total success, and the Natasha Denona Foundation, like I said, I have been wearing it, using it for so long now that I can tell you without a doubt is one of the best foundations that has released 2025 so far. That looks not extremely glowy. You can see I haven't set it, and it looks natural, beautiful, skin-like. I mean, like seamless application. What else do you want? I don't know, friends. These are fantastic products. And now I would love to hear from you. Which products are you eyeing? Which holiday collection is calling your name? You're about to put your Christmas tree up because you're so excited about it. Let's continue that conversation in the comment section down below. It really helps me when you comment and let me know what you want to see in action, because these videos, like I said, it takes time to film, to talk, and then to edit and all of that. So it's a full day of work, if not more. So your inputs are so appreciated. If you haven't done so yet, please do me a favor. Don't fail me. Please subscribe to the channel. I know I don't like to beg, I don't like to even remind you about it, but I think it's important. We have been growing in a steady pace, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're in the same number for over a month, and it would be amazing if we can at the minimum hit 60,000 subscribers here on the channel and just grow our family. If you like the video, if it serves you of any help, this is the most important part. Give it a thumbs up, share it with family and friends. By you giving it a thumbs up, you're telling the algorithm on YouTube to share the video to other people so they can discover the channel, and wow, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for doing so. If you're on Instagram and TikTok, come and follow me there. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're gonna love. See you then.